next part of our day. I'll just start off where we were talking about the subcooler. See, with circuit A, hooked it up, 410A. Got the gauges coming out. Goes into these gauges, comes out the middle one, shoots onto the inlet here. We'll watch the refrigerator. I'll open both of these gauges to allow the refrigerant to be able to go through this middle hose, come back down here, and the inlet here. So I have refrigerant here. This is where we'll bleed. Boom, boom. If you got liquid, you got no air, we're good. Open this up. Open this up. And it comes out here, goes through our subcooler. It's in here, all the way up to here now. See the subcooler here, it's just this little thing. Tin can with a coil inside of it. It's going to get really hot when we start recovering. That'll cause, or what that'll do in effect is keep the tank cooler. As this tank, most of the time we start recovering and we get about 5 pounds in, and that tank starts to become 200 plus degrees. It gets really hot, and then you don't move any refrigerant because it's too hot and too high of a pressure. So by cooling this, we're able to take the temperature, the heat out of the refrigerant before we put it in the tank, allowing us to get a lot more in that tank before we start, so we can get it all in there, basically. Alright, so that's bled to there. It's a brand new tank. Bleed there, air, bleeding all the air out. And then there you go, we got some liquid refrigerant. We know that's good. So over here, got this teared in, 0 pounds. We're supposed to get 120 pounds out. We'll just see how much we can get out. Now we're all set to recover. Open this up. See here, liquid, usually red, sometimes blue. Open that up. You always use liquid because if you ever want to bleed anything off the top, you'll have the vapor wide open so you can bleed air out. If you suspect there's air or nitrogen or other uncondensables in your tank. And you can tell if they're in there by doing a normal pressure temperature. Get the temperature of the tank, look at the pressure that our 410A needs to be at whatever temperature the tank is. If you don't have that exact number, then you got other crap in there, and you bleed it out of here until you get the exact pressure temperature the 410A says it should be. So, got a pound in there, just about a pound. Haven't even turned this on yet. When we turn this on, I'm going to meter it through here, because 410 just loves, even though this says somewhere on it that it can handle liquid refrigerant, it usually cannot. So turned it on, slowly open this up. If I open it up too much, you should eventually hear a rumble. If not, then we're good and it's working well. It seems to be recovering pretty well. This is the pressure of our system right now. Should be the same on these gauges. You can read that. Around 150, below 150. Like 125, 130, 135. So we'll recover as much as we can from here. As you can see, there's a lot of places for refrigerant to hide in here. See these solenoids? Actually, more on that circuit over there. So those solenoids over there, those things on the top that are round with the cord sticking out of them, and brass, those are stepper valves. Can't do nothing with them. They're screwed. But we have a solenoid up here, and that's for heading out to your coil. And right there, it's your Hvac S bypass. We had to change those previously, make them bigger. See how this line size is bigger? They thought that they might be undersized, so we had to do that. But, yep, that's where we're at. We're covering refrigerant, 120 pounds. Subcooler, 200 pounds of pressure on the outlet. That's just great, fine and dandy. Eventually it'll melt all the snow in there. I'm getting too hot. It's a pretty slow process. You see, started this about 5 minutes ago, and we've only got 3 pounds. So we'll run this for a while and check back with you later when we get some progress going on. I'll be recovering reefer.